Hi, this is Hamad and welcome to Final 50, where I traveled to the last 50 countries on Earth. And on this journey, we're in the incredible city of Mexico City, one of the biggest populations in the world. And we're going to see the four faces of Mexico City: the culture, the history, the nature, and the modernity of this incredible city. So let's check it out and see what it has on offer. All right, heading to Mexico City right now. We're doing a little bit of charging the Tesla over there. The goal is to drop off the car right there on the border, literally take the flight, fly straight to Mexico City. Crossing out of San Diego and into Tijuana, especially to catch a cheaper flight to Mexico, was super time consuming. But with the cross-border express service, it was so easy and efficient, something I honestly did not expect. Curb to plane, I think, must have taken us about 30 minutes or less, and was quite affordable as well. You can see all the different architectural styles right here in the center of Mexico City. You got Art Deco over there, you got probably buildings from the 60s and 70s all up here. And then if you turn around and you see this is an amazing building. It's called the Palacio de Bellas Artes, which is like the Palace of Fine Art. And what we're really going to investigate into, which is really going to be fun to see, is Diego Rivera's murals. And he's done them all over the city, especially here. So let's go check it out. It was finished in 1934, started in 1904, had a major delay, but I think it's going to be a beautiful building. We wanted to kick off the cultural tour with a visit to the Palacio de Bellas Artes in Mexico City. In this cultural center, there are all kinds of exhibitions, literature events, galleries, and murals, especially from one of my favorite artists, Diego Rivera. What we discovered did not disappoint. The marble-clad walls and flooring, Art Deco design, and exhibitions on hand were beautiful. But what I truly loved was the intricacies of the artworks, depicting a bygone time of nationalist and socialist-leaning movements, especially the art of Rivera. As a history buff, I was enthralled by his art and that of his fellow contemporaries. All the detail and messaging from the zeitgeist of the era was truly mind-blowing, especially from the 1930s, 40s, and 1950s. After seeing the Palacio, we stopped by the House of Tiles, an old Grandois mansion turned into a popular local restaurant, before we continued down a busy pedestrian avenue leading to the capital's historic center. So this is one of the main thoroughfares right in the heart of the city, from one part of the older part of the town where we were at in the Palace of Fine Arts, and going straight into what is going to be the center of Mexico City. And right through there's just tons of people out and about. Obviously it's coming into a weekend, but absolutely gorgeous. Just so bustling and lively. All right, and this is Zócalo, which is basically La Plaza de Constitución in the center. And it's always been an area where Aztecs look just kind of like that guy right there, pretty much gathered, and for years has been kind of like the center and ceremonial center of Mexico City. And right now they've got a beautiful fair for books, which is just such a beautiful thing that people still celebrate this and look forward to it. And then over there is one of the very famous churches, I believe the Metropolitan Church here in Mexico City. Really, just a really cool spot. And we're going to keep exploring because this is kind of the historic center of the city. This is what makes this place so awesome. It's just there's so much to see, so many layers, so many chapters that you can go through just minutes walking from one block, one area to another. Right in the middle of the city is the famed Templo Mayor that was at the center of the universe for the Mayans and dedicated to the gods of war and rain. The Spanish destroyed the temple in the 1520s and the modern city was built in its stead. But it was rediscovered in the 1970s and today is a popular attraction for people to see and experience Mexico's illustrious past. What you can do is walk between the different ruins on walkways and really get a feel and experience what it felt like to live in that time. So this is Chapultepec Park right here in Mexico City, where there's like botanical gardens, museums, a castle, all kinds of stuff, and it's so awesome. About 1,700 acres, right smack in the middle of the city. Great way to see it on a bike. You can rent them for the day from almost anywhere. People are doing yoga, exercising, selling stuff, all kinds of really cool things. And it's just kind of like speaks to the nature of how incredible Mexico City is and how varied it is. And this is really the natural side of it. So while London has Hyde Park and New York has Central Park, this is Mexico City's main natural park. Well, there are so many cool neighborhoods in Mexico City. I really want to check out Chapultepec because it's quite unique in that it's more bohemian and reminds me of the Montmartre area of Paris. Cobblestones, artisan shops, local restaurants, and of course, the artistic titans of Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera frequented these streets in their time. All right, and as a special treat, I decided to come all the way out to the other side of Mexico City to see the beautiful home of Diego Rivera, which is crazy looking in the middle of this area, which is kind of like about 17, 20, maybe more, like 20 kilometers outside of the center of the city. So let's go check it out. I love this guy's work. Diego Rivera remains the pride of Mexico because he was a huge proponent of the people and the socialist movement of the country at a time of hyper-nationalism and workers' rights. One feels that everything he did was for the benefit of the people, to educate and celebrate the rich culture and history of his country. This is especially the case with his museum here on the outskirts of Chapultepec. So you can see that there's just so many beautiful places, kind of where the modern comes together with the nature, that comes together with the historic, because a lot of these buildings are also kind of repurposed and refurbished so that they are kind of, they breathe new life into them. And it's very, very kind of what we're seeing a lot of here in Mexico City. As part of the modern aspect of Mexico City, check out that library. Unbelievable. To get a feel for the modernity of Mexico City, we went to visit the Vasconcelos library. It was inaugurated in 2006 with the idea that it would be built like an ark, a container of human knowledge. It has over 600,000 books that are accessible to the public. Look, it's such an amazing place just to study and sit and read a book. But I have to say, the architectural style alone is truly the main draw of the library and makes it super worth visiting when you come to Mexico City. Mexico City was everything we expected and more. In reality, it has far more than four faces. It's really a city of many contrasts, from its rich history to its glamorous nightlife, its numerous quaint parks to its skyscrapers, the juxtaposition of ancient Mayan to Catholic religious practices, and the contrast of historic and modern architecture, and of course, the culture and food that makes this place so incredible and worthy of many return visits in the future. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the beautiful city of Mexico City. Now I know we were only here for 48 hours, but I hope you got a good sense of how beautiful this place is. If there's anything I missed, please post them in the comments below. I would love to check it out next time I come to Mexico City. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Stay curious. I look forward to seeing you on my next journey.